I'm Becky Brashears. I haven't really served in any official capacity in any of Hickory Neck's boards, but I've served as lector at the 8 o'clock Mass at the historic chapel. I also have volunteered in many Hickory Neck events with Marina Libro and have volunteered in many of Hickory Neck's community engagement ministry over the years, including things like Salvation Army Angel Tree, Silver Bells, the school backpack drive, the Habitat for Humanity build, the Community of Faith homeless shelter, and I'm a core member of the Hampton chapter of the Sleep in Heavenly Peace. When I was asked to provide testimony tied to the story of Tabitha from the Acts of the Apostles, I was immediately intrigued. For those of you who hear me read as lector at the 8 o'clock Mass, you know I research and provide a bit of contextual or historical tidbit about the reading. But not much is known about Tabitha or Dorcas other than this. As we heard from the reading in the sermon, she was a female disciple of Jesus, was kind and generous to the poor, and she sewed clothes for widows. When she fell sick and died, her death brought great sorrow to the community, and she was raised from the dead by Peter, bolstering the belief in the Lord for many in Joppa. For a woman of her time, that's a lot to know. Now, her story has permitted us to hold her up as an example. And I've even seen children's stories, versions of her story online in cartoon form. I think what I take away most from her story is that there's nothing that says that she was a rich woman, nothing that says that she had a lot of money and that she bought food and clothing for the poor and the widows. But none of Jesus's disciples were extravagantly wealthy, were they? No, her kindness and her generosity were of her spirit. She gave from what she had, her time and her talent. The Bible says she made those coats and garments. Have you ever made clothing? If you have, you know it takes time and talent. So Tabitha was giving more than what money is worth. What she was giving was more valuable. Volunteering has been a way of life for me, and Hickory Neck's ministries have afforded me many opportunities to follow that calling and part of God's generosity towards others. So yes, Marina and I donate financially to the church. We carefully budget because it's something we want to do. But more importantly to me is the way that we donate our time and our talent. To donate yourself is not a small thing. Your time and your talent is the biggest thing that you can give, and to me, the most fulfilling. However you're called to give, whether you budget carefully for a tithe, whether you spend precious time volunteering, or whether you give your talent on a board or in other ways, giving of yourself is the most precious thing you can do. This is how we can all contribute to the living and beautiful church of ours and demonstrate Christ's abundant Christ's abundant generosity to others. So, how are you called?